We have tea today. We have Kazakhstan tea in a cute teapot. Did you ever play like tea party when you were a kid? Did you have a tea party? Did you have a teapot set?
No.
I feel like
Did you?
that. I did.
That's so nice. I certainly did play house, like ghar ghar.
Ghar ghar. This was my favorite thing to do. I think I'm obsessed with
Dude,
tea
it smells
since
so good.
since
It
I was a
smells
kid.
of.
So it's like 50% green tea and 50% dried flowers and fruits. Do you like green tea?
I don't like it. I
Even
don't
I
enjoy
don't like
it.
green tea because it's very kadwa type, right?
Kadwa also doesn't taste that good.
Because this has like dried fruits also. It gives a very
That's why it
natural
smells
sweetness.
like some kind of fruit.
Cheers.
Mm. Good, yeah. Hi, guys. Welcome to the part two of our episode, which is millennial life phases. So, in the last episode, we discussed our Facebook Orkut era. What was the second era that we discussed? Yeah,
It was
moving out to a
moving out.
different city for education. So, when we had our big girl moments and kind of like started living on our own. Third is the career era, where we like dove into our careers and we were looking at placements and got that real scare at the end of our college years that everybody started getting placed and we were like suddenly realized that this is not going to cut it, we're going to have to do something, and basically that our colleges are not going to
Give us
aid
100% placement
placements,
also.
yeah, that they had promised us. We'll dive right into it. At what point did you start obsessing over salaries and packages?
I remember because I was like in my engineering, so we were getting like a lot of placement, but not a lot for the engineering that I was doing, which was biotechnology. So literally 90% of my batchmates were going out for their higher studies and like masters and all, because I was mostly the only thing for biotechnology.
Yeah.
Like we were not getting a lot of job placements like all these IT and CSE people were getting.
Yeah.
I was so scared. I was like, shit, I didn't want to go out. I didn't even want to do biotech. So I literally just came back home, and then I took a year gap because I wanted to like get into art and designing again.
Yeah.
Do you know this? That
I
I
know.
took a gap in 2017
After your
after my
engineering, right?
engineering. Yeah.
I was under the impression that you studied for your MBA while you were like you were in your final year.
No,
A lot of people started doing that, dude.
and a lot of people got into MBA colleges
Like right.
right after their engineering.
Yeah.
But that was not the case with me. I wanted to like get into designing or something related to arts, and then I even joined a designing course like class here. But then I did not like it because it was more like a structured product designing wala thing. Like, I
Right,
like
right.
art.
Right.
Basically, my MBA was a fluke. I studied for like I think like 2 months before MBA
Oh,
exam,
snap.
and then
Oh,
but
snap.
thankfully I didn't know what I would have done then.
Yeah,
And
I
then-
mean, at the end of our like degrees, bachelor degrees, everybody started having this panic like, what do we actually want to do in our lives in terms of earning money? Because that became such a big topic. Up until then, we did not have to think about how the money is coming in, right?
and that started during I think in the 4th year.
I think first 3 years of my college, I just like did not think of what I'm gonna do because I thought that time is never gonna pass. This time is gonna be forever. Like my first 3 years, it's gonna like last forever. But obviously, like in my fourth year, everybody started just getting placed, early placements.
We were getting good packages
Great.
in my college.
Yeah,
They
great
were all from
packages.
IT, CSE people.
And that was a scare, okay? I mean, it should not be the reason for us to think about our careers because somebody else is doing
There was
great.
a comparison
Yeah,
thing a lot.
it does not come from a good place, but that's how it happened with me. That a lot of my friends started getting jobs, so I started panicking. I prepared my CV, like updated it, and then started reaching out to people. I think that was like a career frenzy that I had, but I think a lot of my friends had a job and I did not for a couple of months. So like it was so scary. I was desperately looking for a job, even though I knew that getting a job is not gonna solve a lot of things. Because I was living in Mumbai also, a simple job was not going to cut it. Yeah, that's when we started
That's when
having
we
this
started
frenzy. The
like
career.
obsessing over career and
Yeah.
salaries and jobs. And the only thing I thought was that even though I didn't want to do a job at all, at that point that was the only option.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know what to do of my own.
Exactly.
Like I always wanted to start something of my own, but I had no idea क्या करना है.
And people these days, don't you think they have a better idea even before they graduate and all, that what they want to do, like start a YouTube channel, or
Because
in terms
I
of,
think they have a lot of opportunities right now.
yeah,
We didn't even
yeah. I
have.
mean, this was not an option for us.
Yeah,
I mean, not that it wasn't an option, but we had no idea that this could.
there was no idea, there was no option.
Okay. Yeah, how toxic was your first boss and how much were you willing to tolerate to just prove yourself? In my last year, because everybody was getting placed, and at that time I thought that why am I not getting placed, or there's something wrong with me, right? So even though my boss was real shitty, he was treating me like a piece of shit, but I like endured it because I thought I was the problem. A really long, embarrassingly long amount of time later, I realized that I was not the problem at all. I mean, he was a really shitty person. He used to be like, he used to call me on the telecom and yell at me literally. And he used to like, okay, now come for lunch. And when I used to go for lunch with the team, he used to be, hi. And he used to be so sweet to me. And I quit that job because he was so shitty to me, and he just randomly called me and yelled at me at random times. I know that Isha hasn't had a lot of bad experiences at work. She's had like good
No, I'm not
relations.
considering internship. My internships were also great only, and
Yeah.
whatever like job I had, my boss was great. My team was great, so I
Yeah.
have no complaints about that.
When did you realize the hustle wasn't making you happy anymore? What was the point when you realized it? I still have to get to that. I mean, I have realized it, but I haven't made the move.
I kept getting glimpses of it. It was like, it was never like one day I just woke up and I was like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. It was, I think, since day
Phases.
one. Since day one. Since the time I got my job, which was also during COVID, even though it was work from home, I never liked the work that I was doing. Even though the people were nice, the project was nice, everything was great. I was getting money while I was working from home. I just never liked the job. Like, I just don't like the concept of
Work,
job.
working for somebody for money.
Doing things that I don't even enjoy.
I understand your point, but I have a follow up question. Like, because in my case, I was very excited, okay? I wanted to have a job and excel at it and prove to people that I'm good at that job and get great position at that corporate or part, whatever organization I was working for. So I wanted that. Like, I never thought that mujhe nahi karna hai job. Job is like a labor and all of that, you know? Did you not want that, like being
So
successful in
for
career
me,
in
it was only ki I want a job right now because I want to be financially independent so I can do my own thing. But when I got there and then I realized that I never had this thing of कि मुझे CEO बनना है कोई company का.
हाँ.
Like I have friends who want to be CEOs of some companies, which is great. I mean, that's their dream, but it was never my dream.
Yeah.
My only point was I want to like grow as a person and I want money because I want to do my things.
Yeah.
But then once I got there, that hustle was not fun. Like that job structure was not fun. Nothing was fun about the job.
I think for me, it's when I realized I actually have to put in a hell amount of work in order to get where I want to be, and it's not that easy. At the position that I am at and the position that I dream to be at, there's a lot and lot of work that goes into it, which I did not expect to predict. Like I thought it was going to be easy in college, you know, or when you start out with your
Yeah.
job, you think that things
It's
are going to
gonna
be
be-
fine,
yeah.
or you're going to sail through. But there are so many difficulties. Like in a corporate, you can't just be good at your work. That's not the only thing that
There
gets
are
you
so many
to
other things that you
places.
have to
Yeah,
do.
I mean, and it just degrades your life entirely. Like if you consider life as a fulfilling experience, which includes your health, your family, you have to give up a lot of things if you want to get to that place. And I mean, the people who are in charge of like huge companies, they don't have these things. They lose out on a lot of things, and people do not see that at all. They only see the amount of money they're making. I think that's very important.
I think there are sacrifices everywhere. I mean,
Yeah.
even if you are doing things of your own or starting a business, you have to sacrifice few things. It is you need to set your priorities.
Yeah,
That's-
yeah, and if at some point you think your priority is your health, your family, your emotional stability, then you should prioritize that. But if it comes in secondary, then if you want to like be like extremely careeristic and there's no way you can't lose out on certain things career wise, then go for that. If I put in too much and like give up on a lot of things where I'm going to be, I don't want to be there by giving up all of those things. That's when I realized that
Yeah.
it's not worth it.
Yeah.
for
I
me.
mean, you pointed out about the health wala part. It
Hmm.
was so my top priority is health. And I
Mm.
think it should be for everyone. Like, if you
Yeah.
don't have health, you cannot do anything in
Mm.
life. Like, my mental health, even my physical health got so bad because I also had like a weird work time. And it
Mm-hmm.
got bad when I went to the office.
Yeah.
Like, when I had to go to the office every day, started getting PCOD issues again.
Oh, damn.
It was bad and I just had to take that decision. And then I realized that maybe job is something that I never wanted to do. And
Mm-hmm.
maybe I should not even look for
Yeah.
other job and for once try to figure out what I want to do.
So I think the next phase was the worst phase of most of the millennial people, the COVID phase,
I
which,
had fun.
oh my God, I felt like I
I'm
lost
sorry.
out on so many things because
Yeah,
we were
it is
young.
true. That is
We were
true.
young when it happened, especially the zillennial generation, okay? It's like a micro generation between millennials and the Gen Zs. We were like just out of college. We were looking for opportunities and there were no opportunities out there. What the hell? I mean, I just want to take a moment to like, I do not like this phase. COVID phase like had me put on weight like crazy. I could not go out, could not do any of the activities that I love. I had to quit my job.
Oh,
So
I
many
think
things
that took a
happened.
toll on a lot of people. Like, people got
Yeah,
laid off or they had to quit their jobs.
there was an air of just sadness and tragic things happening all around us, and we were like got very comfortable with that. Let's talk about that phase that I hate but Isha likes apparently. What did it interrupt in your life?
Travel. My thing was that when I get a job and when I start earning, the first thing I want to do is travel a lot, and I couldn't do that because and live on my own, and I couldn't do
Oh
that because I started my
yeah.
first job during COVID. So
Oh yeah.
why I love it, because I never had to give my MBA final exam.
Oh my
No
god.
one had to give their final exam. So
Shit.
so
You
we
COVID
everyone
batch.
had to, yeah, we are the end
Lol.
of COVID batch, but we never had to give our exams. We came back home. I already was placed, so I
Hmm.
was like kind of okay. But I
Hmm.
know my friends and my batchmates were really worried ki
Hmm.
there were no opportunities. I was supposed to get my offer letter in May and I did not get it, and we all were freaking out, like the people who got placed. And then June end I started my job. The good thing was that it was work from home. I
I
love
think the only good thing the COVID has given us is
work from
work
home.
from home and normalizing it. And
Like, I didn't have any expenses. I saved up a lot. That's like a good thing that I did. I invested a lot during that time. Why I don't like it is because I was supposed to like move out, live on my own, travel.
yeah,
So I kind of missed like those 2 years that I was supposed
yeah.
to do that.
I think COVID was a phase when we were pulled back to our houses.
Hmm.
If that hadn't happened, I think I would not have lived in my house again. So I think I would have. I used to
I
live in
think
Mumbai when
same.
the COVID happened. I had to move back, pack and move back to my hometown, and I haven't left my hometown since. I'm
Oh
going to
my
cry.
god.
Okay, this is very traumatic.
It's
I,
not, it's fine. If you like your hometown, it's
I,
okay. But the
I
way
have
you said it
grown to
was
like
funny.
it a lot. I prefer
Yeah, I
it now
think, yeah.
over other cities. But I used to love my life back in Mumbai. Yeah. It was so much fun, and I didn't have to think twice before doing anything. And now it's all like living with parents is not a joke. It takes a
Oh, that
lot.
was also one horrible thing for a lot of
Oh,
people to live with
yeah.
their parents. I don't know about people, but my parents are very chill, you know that. So I had a chill time.
Living with parents, and after like living 6 to 7 years outside of your
I know.
house
It
and then
it
coming
gets a
back,
little.
oh my god, it was
It
a
takes
scary
time.
experience because of COVID also my parents had become very cautious, like you don't go out. And obviously, but even when the COVID was slowing down a little bit, I was not
Hmm.
allowed to go out of house. Being a 25 to 26-year-old, I think at that time, my mom was like, "You can't go out of
Yeah, it
COVID,"
makes
but
sense.
yet,
It makes sense. Obviously, I did staycation,
oh yeah,
so it
man,
was fun.
God, Isha, I envy you.
But then I quit my job, no.
I think what it interrupted for me was living in Mumbai and career stuff a lot. So I had to quit my job because I used to work in courts and courts were off, and my
Hmm.
parents insisted that I do not live in Mumbai anymore. So they actually picked me up from Mumbai. So there was a lot of confusion because there were not enough jobs in the market, first of all. Second of all, I started preparing for MBA because that seemed at that time a good
Oh,
option. Yeah, I did prepare a
you
lot.
did?
Yeah, because it seemed like a good option at that time.
Hmm.
I felt like I was losing out on time. Everybody had something
Something
going
figured
on.
out, yeah.
but I felt like I'm losing in life, and I got into that anxiety that what the hell is happening in my career? Why do I not have a job at this point? Oh, what's something unexpected you started during COVID that changed your path?
I'm like a living example. I think I
Yeah,
started painting
your
again
life is
during
like
COVID,
COVID
and that
phase.
has changed my life. Like I started painting on the weekends. No one had anything to do.
Yeah.
And then I painted on a lot of canvases and I posted on my private account. And a lot of like my friends started telling me, why don't you start an art page? Because
Yeah.
COVID was also the time where people were like making content on Instagram, posting a lot, even on YouTube. I feel like if we had started YouTube back in COVID, no,
We should have, but
we never
we
even
met.
met. Yeah,
Huh.
I'm like a living example. I started
Yeah.
painting, and that changed my entire path. I started my art account in 2021, but I did not take it seriously because I had a job.
Uh,
I started taking it seriously 2 years ago.
I have a good answer for it, which has actually really changed my life. You know it. It's badminton. Randomly started playing badminton with some of my friends, and then I started coaching. As a kid, I was into athletics and all of that. I already had some physical strength. I mean, I did not suck at badminton to start with. Let's just like say that.
You're not
But
like me, basically. You can just
like I
tell.
don't want to say it, but yeah, I loved it so much. It was such a stress buster, Isha. Like I used to look forward for that hour that I used to go train. I did some advanced coaching also. I loved playing singles, not doubles. I started doing strength training because I wanted to improve in badminton, so I started gymming. The other thing is my mental health. It's like saved my mental health. I don't know what I would have
Yeah.
done because I used to get so frustrated after work. Later on in COVID, I started working, like I got a job in a couple of years of getting laid off in my last job. It used to get so stressful. I used to log off at 8 or 9 p.m. and then I used to directly go for my badminton, and I used to feel so refreshed and just like, oh my god, thank god I have this in my life.
I started working out during COVID.
Yeah. A lot of people
like,
started working out.
and then there were also a lot of people who became couch potatoes.
Yeah,
Like who did
definitely.
not
And
move and they were just eating. And I used to like motivate my friends ki chalo we'll work out today.
yeah.
We used to send videos to each other working out.
Post peak COVID years, like there were like so many people who died of random things because they started eating unhealthy, and because of COVID, we couldn't go out in sunlight and say walking out. They just became like couch potatoes and did not work out,
A
and
lot of
suddenly a
people
lot of
went into
people.
depression.
It was a depressing
Yeah, it
time. It
was.
was
It
like
was.
crazy depressing. I am one of those people, at least in the beginning. I had no job. I was living with my parents. No prospects, like no prospect. I had no idea what I was going to do in life. This was the end. So that's why I hate COVID phase so much. I don't know about this, but did you lose anybody in COVID?
No.
No,
Touch
right?
wood, no. My dad, being a doctor, we were very scared. It was scary for
Did
all
you
the
get COVID?
doctors.
Did he
No,
get
no, no,
COVID?
no.
No. Oh, thank
We were
God.
super cautious, super.
Yeah. Oh my
Like
God.
being in a doctor family during COVID was like extremely
See.
psychotic
Oh my
cautious.
god. Oh my god. I can't even imagine. I totally like skipped it out. Like we were not friends back then, so it didn't occur to me only that. Do you remember a moment where you realized I'm not okay mentally or emotionally during COVID?
It was very it
Was,
was depressing.
huh.
I mean, even though I had my job, first thing I did not like the job that I was doing. But I was like, okay, people don't have jobs, so I think I should be
Appreciate it.
really, yeah, grateful and appreciated. There were so many opportunities that I lost during COVID.
I starkly remember the time when it happened to me. You know, we had started cooking at home, something innovative every day. Like, and I remember like I was not working out. I was not eating healthy. I was eating ghar ka khana, yes. But we were using like all of those things like butter. We were making butter
Experimenting,
chicken. We
yeah,
were
yeah,
making biryanis every day. I used to make like we were making pizzas from scratch. I was not realizing that I'm gaining a lot of weight. Okay, I was under the impression that घर का खाना ही तो खा रहे हैं भाई बाहर का तो नहीं खा रहे at least. One day I got something. I went to the hospital and checked my weight, which is like 4 to 5 kilos higher than the last time I checked it. I actually skipped my period that day, that time.
Ooh.
And I went to the like gynac, and she was like, you need to lose weight. And that time it hit me so hard because it was never an issue in my life. I was like an athlete growing up. I mean,
Yeah.
losing weight, what was that even like about? And I, because it was affecting my health, like my hormonal health, it was affecting, and I got really scared because I had never had any problems in terms of periods or metabolism or anything. It felt really shitty to be in that position, and I realized that I'm not doing okay because I was also emotionally eating and not keeping check because so many things had just fallen apart in life. You know how it happens. Like if something, some of the things go wrong, you
I
just
know.
give up entirely.
Yeah.
Like fuck it, who cares about what I'm eating anyway? So I'll just have this.
Whatever you have described, that was me during my MBA phase.
Oh.
Because I was staying out, I was eating a lot of outside khana.
Mhm.
There was also the phase when I moved to Hyderabad for my office. Too much junk food. But my COVID phase was exactly opposite. So I love being a homebody. I love doing my own things, dude. I don't care what people are doing or what people want to do. The best part was also all my friends were here because COVID tha. So people were
Yeah.
working from home, but they were all here. So we would meet every weekend.
Right.
So it was like a nice time, and I remember why I started working out was because I was not getting the offer letter, so I was very stressed. And then I just watched, I don't know, some YouTube videos, and they were like, keep yourself occupied and work out or whatever. There were a lot of people that I was following, they were working out. So I started following this Chloe Ting, and she used to do these ab challenges. So I started following her.
You started abs
Yeah, I started following her challenges. Chloe Ting is very famous,
challenges.
by the way.
Acha.
It was COVID. We were eating ghar ka khana, and I love ghar ka khana. I love home cooked meals. I love basic dal chawal. I have proper guys. I'm very boring, I think.
This is, I think,
The only thing I missed was just traveling because I just wanted to travel so much in those 2-3 years. Because in my head, I was like, this is like the perfect time for me to explore more things and go out and do workshops. I also wanted to start dancing. I wanted to start painting. So I wanted to like go out and do all these things. Because in my head, I was like, I might not get this time because I might get married by end of my 20s. But I'm doing all that now. So guys, it works out. You just have to manifest.
totally.
That laugh was
It's fine.
it's fine. I'm fine.
Let's move to the next phase, guys.
COVID sad, COVID happy.
Nothing about it was happy for me. Actually, that's not true. I shouldn't say that because I started out my relationship in COVID.
Oh,
Yeah.
baby bicep.
It's visible, Isha. So let's talk about our wellness phase.
Which is our current
is our-
phase. I mean, currently we have a lot of things going on. I don't know what phase this is. This is
I mean, I hope this
adult era.
more of a wellness phase. Even though wellness is not the only thing that we're looking at right now, there are other things that it's not a core wellness phase, but turning to wellness phase,
Yeah.
like taking a look at our health because it's deteriorating.
Like mental, physical, emotional. What else? Spiritual.
All kinds of health because as teenagers and early 20-year-olds we never cared about our health at all.
That's true.
And now that we're getting a little older, I won't say older, but like to the 30
We are
mark,
still young.
Yeah.
Come on. 30 is super young, guys.
yeah, but it's the time when we've realized that our bodies are not going to keep up if we like keep on doing the things that we do. So we need to take care of our bodies. That's how we could live longer and have good health in our 40s, 50s, all of that. I think early 20s we never realized it.
Never.
What made you finally start prioritizing your physical and mental health?
So many things happened, dude.
Did something go wrong specifically?
Yeah, my health went wrong. Like entire. I had PCOD since forever. I had to fix it because now my body couldn't just consume anything. I started getting backache. Then I started feeling extremely weak. You know how people say that when you enter your 30s, even though I still have some time to enter, you know, people say that you start to feel that you're getting weak or you start to feel that you're losing that energy when you do even a simple task.
Dude, I want to take a moment to talk about the backache. I mean, why is it ruining my life so much? My back
Oh
is
my
like,
God.
I'm constantly cracking it, first of all. I feel like this pain would come in my 50s or 60s, but this has hit me in my 20s and it's so bad. Like, does this go away? Please, like, it needs to go away.
if you work out then.
But I do, but
I think the problem of our generation getting backache and neckache is our phones and our laptops. It's just we are constantly on it 24/7 and our posture is horrible.
yeah.
I started working out because I wanted to fix my posture first. I don't have like weight issue, but I was like, I need strength and I need to fix the way I walk or the way I sit.
And the way we sleep or rest our,
Horrible.
it's like completely out of position, and we like, oh my god, it's irritating.
So my mom started getting this neck ache and back ache, and she's 60 now.
Hmm.
And we all have this right now.
Exactly.
And that freaked me out. If we are getting all those issues right now when we are in our late 20s and 30s, what is going to happen when we turn 60? Because the problems people are getting now at 60s or 70s, we are getting them now.
We're not even 30 right now. What is happening with our bodies? I mean, is it the diet we have, or what is it? What is the difference? Because
It
our
is the
parents in their 30s or late 20s, they were not sitting down for a second also. I think their moms were like,
They were constantly working. Their diet was amazing. They didn't have fast food.
I don't think my mom ever like took a
Yeah,
nap
just
in her
chilled and-
late 20s, because I remember her telling me that she had multiple things going on. Like she had a side business, she was working in LIC, and her marriage, like she having kids basically.
It's definitely the food, it's the lifestyle, it's our jobs. Our jobs are literally like, even though it's called 8-hour job, it's never 8 hours. We are on our phones constantly, like
Yeah,
12
fried.
hours a day.
Our brains are literally fried.
Brain rot.
That is one of the reasons we get exhausted even before like we wake up. I mean, speaking for myself, I pick up my phone as
I've
soon
stopped
as
doing
I,
that. It's
I
the
want to stop
worst habit
doing that,
ever.
but how do I do it?
Rewire your brain.
I'm all up for it, but I need something like somebody to make me do it.
Do you want me to coach you?
Be my life coach. Do you have like a morning routine, or what does your morning routine is now versus what was in your hustle era?
I love routines. I have morning routine. I have night routine. I think everyone knows. I keep talking about it. Like all my
Yeah.
friends know. She has a morning routine. She has a night routine.
What
She
what
has
does your
to do
morning
everything.
routine look like?
You don't know my morning routine?
No.
We have never discussed about routines. I'm a very
Never.
half routine person.
I'll tell you mine.
Okay.
After you tell me yours.
No, I want to hear yours.
Mine is my morning routine goes like waking up without an alarm, basically. That's the only thing that is going good right now for me. Like I can wake up whenever I want to. Apart from that, I have no control over anything else in my life. But I wake up and then I pick up my phone. I start scrolling immediately. What the hell is wrong with me? I want to know, Isha. There is definitely some.
There's nothing wrong with you. You just need to not use your phone. That's it.
How do I do it?
Try doing like a 1 week no phone or 1 week no social
That
media.
can't happen.
It can happen.
I
have
go
done
crazy.
it.
Isha,
You will not go crazy. That's in your head. I should be a motivation speaker.
Yeah.
You want to listen to my morning
Yes,
routine?
I'm very much excited too.
I love
So,
love it. I wake up at 7:30ish. I just
Lots of
naturally wake up at 7:30. So then I wake up, then I like just sit in silence for 10-15 minutes. Then I write morning pages, which is like, it's a good thing. You should
it
write
is good.
things.
I will never, I mean, this is ideal. I should
It's not
like, people
ideal,
should
it
do
depends on people. I have tried a lot of morning routines. So the entire point is that you need to give yourself some time after you wake up. You cannot start doing things or get on your phone. So it's like I give myself, then I have breakfast, and then I have this another thing where I just want to drink tea and read.
So nice,
It's
Harry.
just my thing. And then I start with my day. And now I've also started going to the gym, so that's also like kind of in my routine, morning routine and night routine.
This is such a wellness era routine, guys, by the way.
But
I mean, this is
honestly,
perfect.
this was always there. Like I've always had morning routine and night routine. Like I can't do without routines, basically.
Like I have to have my phone with me at all times. Nothing interesting.
We need to talk about this, I think, in detail because it's
Yeah.
a real issue. And
Right.
I'm trying not to, because I'm so aware now that, dude, our phones and social media is ruining us and my life.
Yeah.
And also because my work is on social media. So I cannot like not
Totally,
use it
like-
at all. At least for you, I think you can totally
I
skip
can.
using
I
social
can.
media completely.
There's nothing that I'm doing, like actively doing on social
Exactly.
media. I'm just doing
Or
scrolling.
it's just you just have to unfollow a lot of people that you don't want to watch or don't align with. Just follow some good pages, that's it.
But we should do like a separate episode for all
Doom
of these
scrolling,
things.
maybe.
Yeah. Like a wellness or like a fitness wellness or things that we should be doing instead of the things that at least I am doing, and I should follow you for sure.
Then I should follow your workout routine.
To end it out, which of these 5 phases changed you the most? I know that I don't think much of the Facebook phase, or
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah.
It was a fun phase, but
even for that matter, wellness phase, I don't think is that impactful in my life as much as the
Same.
moving out of house for the education phase.
Yeah.
I mean, that I think that's the best phase of my life, the one that I remember fondly the most.
I think that's the same for me because that was the time when we actually.
Is it not COVID phase?
No, COVID was nice for me.
Yeah, but not exciting.
It was good for me. Like, I wouldn't say COVID phase changed my life or I grew so much compared to that education phase and when we moved out. Like, that was the time when we actually grew as a person, I think.
We can end on that note. That was it. Our 5 picks from our lives phases, which is very little. We've had like micro phases here and there. We've been in different phases alongside and together also. Yeah, we want to end at that note. Thanks for watching. If there are any suggestions from your side, or
Yeah, if you have any suggestions on what we can talk about,
yeah,
please.
or if you like it or not, anything. Like, even if you don't,
Please
it's
like
fine.
it, guys.
Yeah.
Be nice.
Yeah. Bye, guys. See you in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.